So, what we call the triangle inequality postulate states that the sum of the lengths of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the length of the third side. Okay, so we've got some more problems next. Determine if the three measures can be used to form a triangle. So remember, our shortcut is to take a look at the two shorter sides and to check the triangle inequality with those two. So the first one, 13, 22, and 10 feet. Let's take 10 plus 13. 10 plus 13. Is that greater than 22? Yes. So if it's greater than 22, it is possible. How about here? Let's look at the two shorter sides. 13 plus 5 plus 8 plus 5. Is that greater than 23 inches? Well, I could use a calculator, or I could just figure out that this comes out to 22. Okay, so 22 greater than 23? No. So it is not possible. And let's take a look at the last set of numbers, 22, 14, and 8. Let's add together the two smallest one, 8 plus 14. Is that greater than 22? Well, that is 22. 22 is greater than 22? No. 22 is equal to 22, not greater than 22. So therefore we cannot. So it's very important to realize that there has to be a greater than. It's not equal to, it's greater than. So there are another set of really important properties about triangles that we're going to use in solving problems and sometimes in doing proofs as well. And that has to do with the relationship between the size of the angle and the length of its opposite side. The largest side of a triangle is always opposite the largest angle. And the converse is also true, so that the largest angle is always opposite the largest side of a triangle. The smallest side of a triangle is opposite the smallest angle. And its converse is also true. The smallest angle is always opposite the smallest side. And finally, the middle side of a triangle, meaning the side that's in the middle of the largest and the smallest, is always opposite the middle angle. And it's also true in the converse. The medium, the angle that falls midway between, or not midway, but falls between, somewhere between the largest and the smallest angle, is always opposite the side whose length always falls somewhere between the largest and the smallest side in the triangle. So let's go ahead and let's use some of these relationships to look at a couple of problems. So this is a word problem, and we're given in triangle ABC, the measure of angle A is equal to 35 degrees, and the measure of angle B equals 65 degrees. Now, I'm not going to really draw it to scale, because it's sometimes just hard to draw things perfectly to scale. But this is triangle ABC. A is 35 degrees. B is 65 degrees. That means that this other remaining vertex must be C. So this is our triangle ABC. And we can solve for angle C because we know the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So if we go ahead and add these two, we find that the measure of A plus the measure of B is 100 degrees, which means C must be 80 degrees. Okay, now we've got all of our angles. We're asked to name the sides in order from smallest to largest. Well, the smallest side is always opposite the smallest angle, which would be 35 degrees. That side is BC. the middle side would be opposite the middle angle. That would be 65 because it's between 35 and 80, and it would be opposite side AC. And finally, the largest angle is 80, and it's opposite side AB. It doesn't matter whether I call this CB, by the way, or CA. There's the order here doesn't matter. But these are the sides in order from smallest to largest, and I'm able to tell that because they are opposite the angles ranked from smallest to largest. Here's another word problem, and let's take a look at this triangle. And again, we may not draw it to scale. So x, y, z. This time I'm not given the angle sizes, but I'm given the side lengths. So I'm told that xy is equal to 30, yz is equal to 42, and xz is equal to 50. So these are my side lengths, and now I'm asked to name the angles in order from smallest to largest. Well, the converse of all these statements above is true. So that means that the smallest angle is going to be opposite the smallest side. Well, the smallest side is 30 degrees. So the smallest angle is angle Z. So I've got angle Z. Then the middle side is 42, which is angle X. And then the largest side is 50, which is angle Y. So the angles in order from smallest to largest are angle Z, angle X, and angle Y.